Great. Good morning. Hello. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. All right. Okay, we got another Saturday. There's something in my eye. I'm going to get it out. We'll see if this bothers me the whole time. Oh, hope that you slept well. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling okay. Got a little bit of sleep. I'm not going to say I got a lot, but I got a little bit. Hello, CS Scott. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. All right. So I got somewhat of a new dude today. So shout out to Natural Centric. Thank you for my dude. All right. How are we feeling today? Let's just check in. See how you're feeling. Because, things are crazy. We have a big thing. Hello, lovely Impress Design. Hello. Okay, hope this yoga workout kicks butt. We plan to deliver, CS Scott. All right. We are going to pick the intention word. So I want to make sure that you all are ready. Now, if you don't know, I pick an intention word every single morning. I pick it on my mat and I actually share it. So Yoga with Tianna, you can see that where I actually share it with others. So I just want to share that information. Let me go ahead and give everyone a moment. And we are going to pick the intention word. So yesterday's intention word was knowledge. Of course, knowledge is power, right? We know that. But knowledge of self, knowledge of others. Maybe you learned something yesterday that you didn't know before. So that's just small intention words, right? Now, I know that we might have some new people, so if you are new, you can go ahead and type new in the chat so I can definitely shout you out. Thank you for joining us. We're here every Saturday. Every first Saturday is chair yoga. All right, so I just like to give it a little bit of love first before I actually pick the card. And then I just like to pick which one comes. Let's see. And this one is funny because sometimes I normally only get this one on a Saturday, which is kind of cool because I think it's so fitting to get this one on a Saturday. It's always great. All right. Oh, I will not leave you in suspense. Yes, okay, CS Scott, you are new. I am ready for Saturday. I don't really watch football, I'm not going to lie, but I am ready for Saturday. Hello, good morning to mommy. Hello. All right, so won't leave you in suspense with today's intention word. So today's intention word is community. Community, right? And this is what this is. This is community. This is us being able to share. Even though we're not in the physical space, we can still share virtually. I can still communicate and we can still have fun together. That's the awesome part. And the awesome part about YouTube is you can put it on your TV wherever you like and you can stream it from there. So you don't have to look at me just on your small screen. So I appreciate you for being a part of today's practice. Yes, lovely Empress Design, thank you for being a part. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's get started. Let's come to a comfortable seat. I want to talk about props that you might need today. So if you don't have a yoga block, feel free to go ahead and have a pillow or anything like that that's going to help you with your practice today. So feel free to get that stuff handy because we're going to get started with our flow today. So just come into a nice comfortable seat. If it feels comfortable to place a block underneath of your bottom or pillow, feel free to have that just go ahead and come to a nice comfortable seat. It doesn't have to be easy pose here with legs crossed. You can go ahead and have your feet however you like it because this is your practice. Go ahead and let your shoulders come down. Take your gaze down onto your mat or gently close your eyes. However you're feeling today, we're going to bring that awareness to our breath. We're going to breathe in through our nose. Exhale, open mouth. It's early in the morning. We're giving thanks for just waking up this morning. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Exhale, out, open mouth. Let your shoulders come down. And we're going to start to do that breathing with our mouth closed. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Exhale, out through the nose. Inhale, breathe in. Let's give it a gentle hold at the top. And exhale, release through the nose. When you're holding on to that breath, just holding on, creating space. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, breathe in. Gentle hold. And exhale, release. Very nice. On that inhale, take those arms up overhead. Take the gaze up in between your hands. Lift through your chest. We're creating space within our shoulders. And on that exhale, we're going to hinge forward, taking our hands down onto the mat. Just giving our back a little bit of opportunity. Go ahead and rock from side to side. We're going to loosen up that back. Maybe this is all the stretch that we've had since we've gotten out of bed. So don't worry, I got you. We are going to wake up together. Let's walk those hands over to the right side. This is my left, your right. Give it a little side stretch. See if you can release those forearms down towards the earth. So releasing those forearms is just going to get you a little bit deeper into the stretch. You're going to feel that along your hips as well as your side body. And walking back to center and over to the opposite side. Now take a moment here. Notice how your body feels on each side. Our bodies are not symmetric, so one side may be a little bit tighter than the other, and that's okay. We accept our bodies where we are. And taking it back to center. Maybe we can get a little bit deeper within our pose today. Maybe we can't. We accept ourselves where we are. Take a moment, relax your forearms. And on that next inhale, gently walking your hands up towards your body. Come back to that comfortable seat. Take a moment here, lift your shoulders up and take them back. Bring the shoulders up and take it back. Let's take that right hand down on the side in line with our hips. Sweep the arm up overhead. Sweep it overhead. See if you can lift the gaze up towards the ceiling where we're opening up the chest, stacking our shoulders. And bring it down, opposite side, float the hands over. Again, turn that gaze up towards the ceiling. And take it back. We're going to uncross our legs as we come to a tabletop position. Now I want you to go ahead and bring both hands down in front. We're coming to that tabletop position. So just go ahead and stack your hips right underneath of your knees, right over top of your knees. And those wrists are going to stack right underneath of your shoulders. So feel free to readjust your body if needed. Looking down at your hands, our hands are going to be forward. If we're having any wrist issues today, go ahead and gently turn those wrists out towards the outsides of your mat. On that next inhale, after we get nice and centered here, we're going to inhale, we're going to lower the belly. Bring the gaze up. And on that exhale, arch the spine, tuck the tailbone, bring the chin to chest, pressing away with our fingertips. And on that inhale, lower the belly, coming to our cat-cow positions. And release, bring it up. And inhale, lower. And exhale, tuck. Do 2 more at your own breath. Again, make this practice your own. We're just waking up in the morning. And when you're done, come into a nice neutral spine. We're going to begin to move our hips in a circle. So take it back, bring it forward. Again, moving our body around. And we're going to hear those snap, crackle, pops. That's okay. We're waking our bodies up. Make your circles as big or small as you need them. And pausing at the top and going the opposite way. Again, we're waking our bodies up. We're also moving our wrist, getting a little bit of movement within our wrist. When we come back to the top, go ahead and pause here. I'm going to take that right foot out, extend it out behind us, flexing that heel down towards the earth. So we want to get that stretch in the calf. Now, being mindful, bringing awareness to your hip. We're not going to bring our hip off to the side. We're going to square those hips down towards the earth. Continue to bring that heel down towards the earth, pressing away with our fingertips, light on our wrists. On that inhale, bring that foot up and bring your foot off of the ground. We're going to do a little, not point flex, but almost like a flex, right? So we want to kind of flex the foot, flex the toes, point the toes down, and bring it in. Give your hips a rock from left to right. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So taking your left heel, taking it down towards the earth. Again, bringing that mindfulness back to your hip. Flexing your heel down. And lifting your foot off of the ground, just getting a little bit of core action here. Again, flex, pointing your toe. Being mindful to keep that hip square. And bring it back in. Give the hips a rock from left to right. We're going to tuck our toes underneath as we gently push our hips back towards this, our hips back towards our heels. Gentle toe stretch here. You feel free to rock it out, or if you'd like to walk your hands down, you can bring your forehead down. So whatever feels comfortable to you. We're going to take that gaze towards our hands, planting your hands down onto the mat, spreading your fingertips. We're going to shift the weight back towards that tabletop position and bring our hips up. This is our first downward facing dog. Paddle your feet out. Move your hips. This is where we're getting into our practice here. We're getting off of the ground. We're starting to warm the body up. Now let's take a moment, take our heels down towards the earth, shift the weight back towards our heels. Maybe you want to walk the heels in to bring them to the ground, invite a bend into the knee, tuck your chin into your chest. I'm going to take another 2 breaths here, release the tension on the neck, walk the gaze up the belly, press away with the fingers. And we'll begin to walk our hands towards the back of our mat, coming into a comfortable forward fold with our knees bent. Keep a slight bend into your knees, your hands down. And on that inhale, slowly bring yourself up nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. Press into your feet on your way up. We're going to curl our bodies up. And on that inhale, take your arms up overhead. Take your hands to touch, and on that exhale, take those hands down. We're going to take our walk to the top of our mat. So we're going to begin to bring ourselves into our sun salutations. Now, if you're not familiar with sun salutations are, I got you. We're going to walk through it, all right? So top of your mat, allow yourself a little bit of room at the front of your mat for your hands to come down. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead in our mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to bring that gaze down towards our feet. Our feet should be pointed forward, right in the direction of the mat. Our feet are going to be hip distance apart. Allow your head to hang. We're going to shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Going to feel that stretch on the back of the leg. We're going to bring ourselves to a flat back. Place your hands on the ground for a flat back or on your shin, whatever's comfortable to you, keeping that gaze down. On that exhale, plant your hands down. We're going to step back into that tabletop position. Just allow yourself that opportunity to come all the way down. Now, if coming down to the ground isn't in your practice, feel free. When we come back, just push down to a downward facing dog. But this time, we're going to bring ourselves down towards the ground. Lower yourself all the way onto your belly. We're untucking our toes, shifting our hands underneath of our shoulders. Bringing our elbows in towards our rib cage. We're going to press into our hands as we lift our chest up, lift our head up. Engage our lower back here. And on that exhale, lower your head down. We're going to do that one more time. Press into the hands, lift the head. And on that exhale, lower your head down. We're going to tuck our toes underneath. Shift towards our tabletop position. And then shift all the way to your downward facing dog. Press into your feet as you shift the weight back towards your heels. Now here we have two choices when we get to our forward fold. You can walk the hands back to your forward fold, or you can step the feet forward. Sometimes it's easier to walk the hands back. So we're going to do that for this one here, and I'm going to cue it this way. On that inhale, slowly curl up. We're going to bring ourselves to that extended mountain, bring the arms up overhead. And on that exhale, as we bring the hands down, we're going to walk to the front of our mat. So we added a little extra step in there. If you're walking to the back of your mat, feel free to do it however that feels comfortable to you. All right, full sun salutation here. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, whatever forward fold that's comfortable to you, bend in the knee if you need it. We're going to take a flat back. Plant the hands down, and this time we're going to step back and flow through. If you'd like to just step back to a downward facing dog this way here, feel free. If not, you can meet me in plank. We're taking a high push-up here. If you're in plank, shift the weight over your heels, lower yourself down, elbows in. We're going to untuck our toes as we press ourselves up to an upward facing dog. Now, if you're still in downward facing dog, feel free, take your breaths. And then we shift here, shift the weight up to our downward facing dog. We all meet in downward facing dog. Let's take another 2 breaths together. And again, come to a forward fold. I'm going to come to the top of the mat, bringing my feet forward, come into a forward fold. On that inhale, bring the arms up overhead, extended mountain. If you're at the back of the mat, go ahead and walk forward, meet us here. And on that exhale, forward fold. We're all caught up. Flat back here. Plant the hands down, step back and flow through. Again, if you'd like to just meet in downward facing dog, we'll meet you there. If not, we're flowing it out. Take 2 breaths. And come to a forward fold. On that inhale, bring the arms up overhead. If you're at the back of the mat, meet us here at the front. Exhale, forward fold. Let's start to pick up the pace a little bit. I know you got this. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back and flow. Again, we meet in downward facing dog. We take our breaths. And come to a forward fold. On that inhale, bring the arms overhead, extended mountain. We all meet at the front of our mats. On that exhale, take the hands down. We're here in our mountain pose. I'm going to come and just face you for a second because I want us to get steady in our mountain pose. We're going to bring our drishti point, something that we focus on. So not me, I will be moving. So focus on something that's directly in front of you, something that is stationary, something that is not moving. We're going to shift our weight. Now, begin to settle down into your feet. Looking down at your feet, Settle yourself here. We're going to begin to shift that weight into our right leg. So just imagine that you're shifting the weight over. We're going to lift that left foot off of the ground. So if you'd like to stay here, just taking the heel off of the ground, that's fine. If you'd like to lift your foot up, go ahead and lift the knee, keeping the knee bent. Let's flex the foot. Again, we're going to keep that dristy point set. We're looking forward. When we look down, we fall down. Engage your core here. On that exhale, we're going to hug the knee into the chest if it's available. If you like to hold on to a wall or a block, feel free to do so. Hug it in. And on that exhale, we're going to release the foot back down. Lower down. Place it on the ground and shake it out. Very nice. All right, let's go to the opposite side. Again, we plant ourselves down. We set that dristy point. Again, we're going to shift the weight into the left foot this time. We're going to take the right heel off of the ground. Again, welcome to stay here. If not, go ahead and lift the knee up. So lifting that knee off of the ground. Again, you're focusing on a dristy point, something that's directly in front of you. And bring that knee into the chest. Again, keeping that core engaged. It's okay if you fall out, come right back. And on that exhale, lower your foot down, nice and controlled. You got this. And shake it out. Very nice. Now we want to focus on balance. When we focus on balance, it keeps us very present within our practice. So again, let's go into some sun salutation B. Again, coming into our mountain pose. On that inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. On that exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to sit in our chair. So bend your knees, sweep your fingertips. We're going to sit in our chair. So taking those arms overhead. We're going to tuck the tailbone under. Nice long spine here. On that exhale, now we forward fold. Bring the hands down. Take a flat back. So this is something that we've done before. Plant the hands down, step back and flow. So again, we meet in that downward facing dog. Once we flow it out, we always meet together in downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. This time we're going to lift that right leg. So lift your right leg up towards the sky. Let's bend it and bring it through to frame the hands. Now, if your foot doesn't exactly come all the way up, it's okay to come down onto your knee and then bring the foot forward and then come up. Whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to take a moment. We're going to pivot that back foot. Pinky toe edge of the foot is on the mat. And we're going to open up into our warrior one. So bringing both hands overhead, sink down. Shift those hips towards the front of your mat. Bend your knee. Knee is going to be stacked right over your ankle. How do we know? We just see that big toe. Now, just take a moment here, because if you haven't been in this pose, you're going to feel this all along that outside, the inside of your hip. You're going to feel that towards the inside of your thigh. So just take a moment here, sink in. Exhale, open up. Bring that gaze over the ring finger. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, side angle. So bring your forearm down, sweep the arm overhead. Lift up through the chest. So we did a little bit of this sitting down, right? Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Now let's do a little flow with that. We're going to do this a couple times. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. We're going to get the hang of it. We're going to get a little bit deeper. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. Now let's stay here for a second. Let's take this arm that's on our thigh and let's bring it up overhead as if we were holding onto a ball. Begin to just press into the feet. Both feet here. Hold on. And on that exhale, let's turn towards our toes. Take your hands down. Let's step back and flow. All right. So let's get warm. I am getting warm. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So let's take that left foot up. So I'm going to come on this side. Taking our left foot up. bringing it through to front of the hands. Pivot that back foot. We're going to open up into our warrior one. Bend into the front knee. Again, we just see that big toe. On that exhale, open out warrior two. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale to side angle. Again, let's get comfortable. Let's stretch it out here. Let's get those obliques and those side bodies engaged. Side angle. And reverse. And side angle. Keep breathing. Reverse. Side angle. Reverse. And side angle. Let's hold it here. Hold. Let's take that hand that's on our forearm, on our thigh. Let's bring the arms overhead. As if we're holding onto a ball here. Really engaging our core. Take a moment and breathe. Relax the tension on the neck. And we're going to take the gaze down towards our toes. Place your hands down. Let's step back and we'll flow through. So I'll come back to this side. Let's flow it through. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Let's go ahead and breathe. Come back to your breath. Now we're going to come to a forward fold. If you'd like to invite a little jump into your practice, feel free to bend your knees and hop forward. Keep those knees bent. We're going to sit back into our chair. Again, elongate the spine. Tuck the tailbone underneath. On that exhale, let's forward fold. So forward fold becomes the resting posture, okay? You got this. And on that inhale, we're going to come to a flat back. Plant your hands down, step back and flow. Take 2 breaths. Take that gaze up the leg, looking up towards your abdomen. Let's take that right leg, bring it up towards the sky. Bend it and bring it through to frame the hands. This time we're going to stay in our runner's lunge. So feel free to lift yourself up. If you have blocks handy, feel free to place the blocks under your hands. You can start them in the high position, bring them all the way down to the low, whatever's comfortable for you, just to lift your body up off of the ground just a little. And on that exhale, we're going to bring ourselves forward. So bring that back leg, bring it up towards the front, come to your forward fold. On that exhale, plant the hands, step back and flow through. If your arms start to get fatigued, it's okay. Go ahead and push back to downward facing dog. I'm going to take our opposite leg up, bend it, bring it through. Frame the hands. Again, our runner's lunge here. Now lift off the chest, off of the thighs. So again, if you like to have those blocks just to lift your body up, feel free to do so. Take 2 more breaths here. And again, bringing that back foot to meet the front, forward fold. On that inhale, slowly bring yourself up to a standing position. Head's going to come up last. On that inhale, bringing your arms overhead. We're going to interlace those hands together. So interlace your hands, take the palms up towards the sky. Release the shoulders away from your ears. Let's take a side stretch here together, leaning over to our right side first. Take your gaze up. Taking it back up to center and over to the opposite side. We're coming back to our breath and bringing it back up. And on that exhale, lower your hands down. We're still at the front of our mat. We're going to bring both arms up overhead in front of us, taking the palms to face each other. On that exhale, sit in your chair, bend the knees. Again, elongate the spine. On that exhale, we're going to take our hands to touch, bringing the palms to heart center. We're going to begin to twist over to our right side first. So take that left elbow, turn it up to the right side, bring the gaze up towards your elbow or up towards the ceiling. If this is too much on your neck, feel free to look over, just over to your right side. If you'd like to place your knees together for balance and stability, you're welcome to do so. On that inhale, bring both hands back up. Come back to that chair pose. And to take the hands to heart center again. Turn to your left side. So take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Look up towards the sky or just over to the left. And on that inhale, come back to your chair pose. Those thighs should be saying something by now, right? And on that exhale, go ahead and forward fold. Take a moment here, grab opposite elbows. Let's go ahead and rock from side to side. Release the tension from the lower back. And on that exhale, we release our hands down. We plant our hands down onto the mat as we step back and we flow through. Meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment here. I'm going to take that right leg, bring it up again. This time we're going to take it to the outside of the right hand. So take the right foot to the outside of the right hand, coming to almost that lizard pose. Now again, if you'd like to place blocks underneath, or you can just lift yourself up just a little bit higher, feel free to do so. This is your practice. Take it however you like to. I'm going to show you with the blocks. As we have both blocks down, we're going to bring our inside hand, so the hand that's closest to the foot, we're going to bring that onto our knee. And I'll turn here so you can see. Take that onto your knee. Turn the gaze up towards the ceiling. Now you're welcome to stay here. If not, you can take that hand off of the knee, bring the hand up towards the sky. Continue to breathe. On that exhale, lower your hand back down onto the block or the ground as we step the foot back. So I want you to walk the feet up towards the blocks if you have them on your hands, and then go ahead and push the blocks forward so they're right off of the mat. On that exhale, we're going to bring our feet back down to step back and flow through. So again, we're going to do that same thing on the left side. So I'm going to take that left foot up towards the sky as we bring it to the outside of the left hand. Now again, we're here within that lizard pose, keeping your hands here. You're welcome to take your hands onto the blocks, whatever feels comfortable to you. Taking that inside hand, we're going to take it onto our knee. Again, turn that gaze up towards the sky. And when you're ready, and if it's available, go ahead and lift that hand up towards the ceiling or the sky. Turn your gaze up. So we're lifting off. Feel free, if you'd like to take your knee down, you can. Completely up to you. And on that exhale, take your hand down. If you have your blocks still on your blocks, go ahead and take your feet back, press back. Again, walking your feet up towards your blocks or your hands. If you have your hands on blocks, go ahead and place them in front of your mat. And slowly bring yourself all the way up to a standing position. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. On that exhale, we forward fold. You got this. Hands to shin or on the mat for a flat back. We're going to step back and we flow through, meeting in our downward facing dog. Very nice. Go ahead and breathe here. Take 2 breaths. Walk the gaze up the thigh, tucking the chin into the chest. We're going to take our knees down onto the mat. Take your knees out nice and wide as your mat. We're going to come to a child's pose here. Letting our forearms relax down on the mat, spreading our hands out in front of us. Just taking a moment here. We're going to lift our head up. Begin to walk our hands back towards our body, coming into a comfortable seat. Now, if this is too uncomfortable with your legs here extended out like this, feel free to invite one of those blocks that we have. Place it underneath of your body and sit on the block. This is going to get you up a little bit higher. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Let's take a moment. We're going to take our knees together. So we're going to begin to sit on our heels. So take your knees together. You can still have that block underneath if it's comfortable. If not, you can go ahead and remove it and sit on your heels. Whatever's comfortable. I'm going to take our hands, bring them behind us, allowing those shoulder blades to touch. Now, if our hands don't reach the ground, what do, right? We get our blocks. So take your blocks, place them right by your feet. Place your hands on your blocks. As we begin to lift our chest forward, we're going to take a moment and lift our hips. So feel free if you'd like to bring those blocks up to a medium position or maybe even a high position, go ahead and do that. We're going to lift our hips up, press our hips forward, and bring our hands behind us. So again, you can bring those blocks up, lifting your hips as you press your hips forward. So press into the hips, press your hips forward. Now, if you're feeling extra flexible today and you like to take those hands down onto the heels, you're welcome to do so. Lifting the chest, again, allowing those shoulder blades to come together a little bit more as we get here into our full camel. You can allow the chest to open, allow the head to come back, whatever is comfortable. And again, if your hands are on blocks, so you like to place them on blocks, again, to bring your hips down, come back into that comfortable seat. We're going to take our hands, wrap them around our bodies as we do a counter stretch, giving our body a hug, giving our body a rock from left to right. That feels good. I want you to take your blocks off to the side for now. Bring your body and your knees down to one side, sit on your bottom. Bring those feet around to the front of your mat. So if you're not at the front, your feet aren't at the front, go ahead and shift your body forward to bring yourself forward. Go ahead and hug those knees into the chest, hug them in. You can keep the feet on the ground. Go ahead and give them a hug. Now, as you give them a hug, I want you to do it with both hands. Hug yourself in it. Bring yourself forward and then just slightly lift through the chest. So we're getting that stretch on our back and our shoulders. Just allowing your body to just kind of get comfortable here for a moment. Feeling that lift through the chest. Maybe we try to take one hand off, lifting our hand up. As we begin to lift our chest forward, engaging our core a little bit. Maybe we can swap the hands out. Maybe lift the other hand. Lift it up. Maybe if we're feeling really good today and we like to try it out, let's do both hands. Lift up. Very nice. Take a moment. Take your hands to shin. Tuck your tailbone under. Go ahead and roll back on your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. I'm going to get more situated on my mat here. As I hug those knees into the chest, give it a rock from left to right. Now, we've done a lot of work on our lower back. and our side body today. So just take that moment, rock your hips from left to right, your knees, give yourself a little massage on your back. That always feels good. We love on our bodies. And just go ahead and keep doing it. All right, we're going to hug the knee in towards the chest. We're going to lower down our right leg as we hug in our left. Hugging that knee in. We're going to begin to cross that knee over our body. So let the knee cross over to the right side. Let the knee come down. Now, if you're feeling any tension or resistance here, you can always take your block, take it underneath of your knee. Wherever you are, let the knee come down onto the block. Once you get comfortable, you can always take the block away and then let the knee come down. Take the hand onto the thigh as long as it's not on your knee joint exactly. Take the hand onto the thigh. We're going to take that knee and take it over, our hand over to the T. Turn your gaze away from your knee. So I want you to feel that body start to expand out. Just letting everything come down. Maybe even that leg that's straight, go ahead and straighten it out a little bit more as much as you can. Inviting that twist, feeling that stretch all along the outside of the hip and the glute. And take it in. Take that knee back onto the chest. Come back onto your back. Give it a rock. We're going to flex that toe as we press the foot up towards the sky. So flex your heel towards the earth, toes towards your body. Maybe you can spread your toes out nice and wide. Now let's begin to hold on to the back of our leg. So wherever we are, we just begin to just bring it closer to our head. So if you'd like to hold on to the pant leg, you can do that. Feel free to bring it close. Whatever feels comfortable to you, you can do so, holding on here as well. If you're feeling extra stretchy today, you can take your 2-piece fingers, hold on to that big toe, taking your foot down as well, whatever feels comfortable. On that exhale, I'm going to place a bend back into the foot as we hold on to the shin. And we're going to swap it out. So lower down the left, hug in the right, swapping the knees out. Again, giving that knee a rock. As we begin to let that knee cross over our body, let it come down. Again, feel free. Take your block. Take it underneath of your knee if you'd like to. You can start off here, wherever you are. Turn your gaze away from your knee. And again, if you'd like to take the block down just to get a little bit deeper into the stretch, you can. Allow that knee to come down towards the earth. It's okay if it doesn't touch. I want you to breathe, relax yourself here. And on that next inhale, go ahead and bring your knee back into your chest, come back onto your back. We're going to begin to straighten that leg. So flex the foot back towards your body. Straighten your leg up. Again, you can hold on to your pant leg. Invite a small bend into that knee. You can hold on to the back of the leg, whatever's comfortable. And when you're ready, maybe get a little bit deeper. Bringing that foot a little bit closer. I'm going to place a bend back into the knee. As we begin to give it a rock, let's hug both knees in. So take that left knee, hug it back in. Give it a rock. I'm going to take the soles of our feet to touch as we butterfly our knees out. Hold on to the outsides and the tops of your feet. We can open it up here. So open your feet up to our happy baby pose. Allowing those knees to come down towards the mat. Relax your shoulders. Just allow your body and your hips to open. Your shoulders get soft. Your neck gets soft. Feel free to go around and have fun with it. Give yourself a rock. Maybe even play with it where you can straighten one leg. Giving that foot a flex. And then take it in as we straighten the opposite leg. This is really good for that hamstring stretch. And take it back in. Take the soles of the feet back to touch. We're going to close our thighs like a book. Give it a rock from left to right. Taking those knees down towards the right side or the left, whatever you want to do first. Take it over to one side. This is our supine twist here. Twisting our body. Feel free to take the hand closest to the knees on the thigh as we turn our gaze away from our knees. Just let your shoulders come down. It's okay if your shoulders don't connect with the earth. With every exhale, just let your body get a little bit softer here within this posture. Allow your body to just melt into the mat a little bit more. 1 inch at a time. And on that next inhale, we're going to release our hand from our thighs. Engage your core. Keep your knees together as much as possible. Let's take those knees up towards the sky. Hugging those knees together, keeping them together close to the chest. Let's bring them over to the opposite side. Without using our hands, take it over. Again, hand closest to the thighs. Go on the thigh. Take the gaze away from your knees. Allow those shoulders to relax. Keep breathing. Notice how your breath is. With every breath, just let your body get a little bit more comfortable. And on that next inhale, we're going to release our hands. Take our knees back up to center. Keep them together. This time we're going to take both feet up towards the sky. Flex your toes back. Again, you can have a slight bend into your knees. Let's go ahead and place our palms down towards the earth. So place your palms down. Fingertips connect with the earth. We're going to take our feet over to the right side. So take it over as if we were a clock going over towards 3 o'clock. Get as close as you can and then come back to 12 o'clock. Feet both at the top and then over to the opposite side, almost to 9 o'clock. Bringing it over. Maybe it's 10 and taking it back. Engage your core here. Take it over, back to the right side. And take it back up towards the top. And again, over to the left. And back up. Bend the knees, hug your knees into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right. That should feel really good. We're going to release that left leg. Hold on to the right. Lower the leg down. Give it a little rock here. Swap it out. Hug in the left. Give it a rock. Hugging both knees back in. Place the feet flat on your mat. So we're going to set up for our bridge pose. So readjust your body if you've gotten off of your mat like myself. We're going to take our hands down towards the mat. Now walk your feet and your heels in towards your glutes. As close as you can get them. It's okay if the fingertips don't touch the heels. If they don't touch, go ahead and bring the arms in towards the rib cage and take your hands up. We're going to plant our feet forward, pressing into the toes as we lift the hips off of the ground. Press into our elbows if they're down, or our hands if they're down, whatever's down onto the ground. Release the tension from your neck and your shoulders, lifting those hips up. Press into your toes, lift a little bit higher. And on that exhale, release down. Lower the hips back down. Give your knees a rock from left to right. We're going to do that one more time, setting the feet up. Toes are tracked forward, walking the heels in. Again, we're going to begin to lift up, lift the hips, press into the feet, press into the elbows or the fingertips. Lift the hips up just a little bit higher. We're going to engage those quads, lifting up. Press the glutes together, lift up. No tension on the neck, no tension on the shoulders. See if you can get up just a little bit higher. Give it all you got. And on that next exhale, we're going to round out the spine as we lower the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Give it a rock from left to right. Taking both feet down to place them on the ground. Giving them a nice hip distance. We're going to cross that right foot over the left. And begin to let that right foot fall over. Let the foot come all the way down. Give yourself a little twist here. I'm going to take your hand closest to the knee. Go ahead and place it on the thigh. That right hand can come out to a T. Feel that stretch on your hip. Let your body relax here. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your knee back up. Bring your foot back. Uncross your leg. Give your knees a windshield wiper rock from left to right. Coming back, we're going to take the left foot, cross it over. Again, letting it sit nice and wide, and then letting your foot fall over. Again, take your left hand out to a T. Right hand comes on the thigh. Go ahead and let your body relax here. Turn your gaze away from the knee. You may notice that one hip might be a little tighter. That's okay. That's your body. Accept it where it is today. And on that inhale, gonna come back. Go ahead and uncross. Give your knees a windshield wiper to rock from left to right. Gonna hug those knees in. And then reach our arms up overhead as we begin to stretch our legs out. Nice and slow. Core engaged. Stretch your feet out. Maybe flex your toes. And then lower your hands and your feet all the way down. Give your body a stretch as if you've just waken up in the morning. And when you're ready, lower your hands down by your side. Palms can be up. Readjust your back. And if it feels comfortable, maybe you can have one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Bring an awareness to your breath. We're going to begin to just come back to our breathing. Coming back to our intention word of community. I invite us to take a community breath here. Taking a big inhale in through the nose. Exhale together, open mouth, just let everything out. Very nice. As we begin to come back to that Ujjayi breathing, we're going to take our inhale in through our nose. Exhale out through our nose, Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. I want you to come to this breath as we begin to release tension, starting at the crown of our head. Release the tension in between your brows. Allow your eyes to get soft. Unclenching your jaw, allowing your tongue to relax. Releasing that tension on your shoulders, letting your shoulders melt away into the mat. Spine is relaxed and in contact with the mat as much as possible. Fingertips soft, allowing our hips that opportunity to just relax. Our knees, ankles, and toes are soft here. And as we let our body just melt into the mat, getting nice and soft, we just allow our bodies to completely be. Noticing where we are at this very moment, with no attempts to change it, no attempts to force the breath. I want you to breathe. This is that time that we set ourselves up for a great morning, a great day, great weekend, into our week, into our month. That intention setting goes a long way. Not only just an intention word, but an intentional feeling of how we want to set the tone for our day. Maybe our morning didn't go how we planned. Maybe even our day before didn't go how we planned. But in this moment, we're going to set that intention to have a great day in spite of. And it's some of that time where we lean on our community. Our community is what keeps us up and keeps us going. So sometimes it's okay to say we're not okay and let someone love on us. We're going to take another 2 breaths here in silence, just gently sealing our intention. And when you're ready, inviting movement and awareness back into our bodies, wiggling our fingers and our toes. Together, we're going to take a deep breath in. And on that exhale, hug our knees into our chest, gently rolling over to one comfortable side, cradling our head if we need to. And when we're ready, using that top hand to push ourselves up into any comfortable seated position. We take our hands to heart center, our thumbs into our chest. As we thank ourselves for waking up, showing up for us today. We thank our bodies for showing up and practicing, allowing us to practice. I thank you for showing up and allowing me to be a part of your morning. I thank you so much. And I thank you for being the community that I need in my morning as well. I wish you a great day. And I want you to take this energy, this feeling with you off the mat and share it with others because energy is infectious. Namaste. All right. Thank yourself for a great practice because you made it happen today. Thank yourself, right? Thank you. Oh, we had a great practice today. Give yourself a clap and a hug. I thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you so much. Yes, C.S. Scott, thank you for being a part of it. Magic Shack, hello. Thank you so much. Ooh, oh, we're up to 709 subscribers. Please feel free, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. That's how we keep this community going, right? I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I say, lovely Empress Design, I say, right? We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. Then I can be live anywhere, right? I can share this practice wherever I go and be able to be live and share with others. That's how we keep this going. So I thank you so much for being a part of the journey. You checked something off today. You've accomplished something already. It's already early, depending on where you are. And I hope that you enjoy your day. And I can't wait to see you next week, right here, same time, same place. I will see you again. Enjoy your weekend. And I cannot wait to practice with you again. Again, I wish you the best. Keep in touch. And I will see you next time. Enjoy.